Alright, I think this thing is going live. So I guess first I can start over here. I haven't done any streams or broadcasts lately. One of the things that I've had the chance to do this week is set up my new HOTAS and pedals that I ordered after being a little bit tired of my old X52 Pros, which were pretty good for the time they lasted, but now they were just starting to create bugs everywhere. I decided to get some good equipment, so I went and purchased this here, the Wing. This is like the Orion 2 throttle base with the FA18 throttles. This is like the F16EX stick with the Orion 2 base, and so that's my HOTAS now. And I also got some crosswinds from Milan Flight Gear as my rudder pedals, and so I'm fully equipped with high-end stuff now in terms of my controls. These pedals are just amazing, very silent in terms of the movement. You've got the up and down movement to get your differential braking going and everything. These joysticks, all those buttons, everything's programmable in game. They're really made for DCS. I have the finger lift kit on the throttle so that I can have some of the planes where I do cold starts. Recently I've tested it in the F5, for example, where when you bring the controllers all the way down, you do the lift kit thing, and then you bring them forward when you want to bring the throttle to idle, and then when you push forward you have like another sort of resistance when you get to afterburner. Very nicely done. My only gripe about my Orion is that this part here attaches to this base, and the 4 screws underneath that allow the base to go in this were not pre-threaded, I guess. So I'm probably going to have one of my friends do it for me. But other than that, all the electronics, everything works perfectly. These switches are just amazing in terms of the 5-way switches. Like you got one there, one there, one there, one there, one there, one there. You've got these 2 here. You've got a stick there. This is another 5-way switch there. In the front you have like the double trigger that you normally get, but you have like when you have the shake kits thing here, you get an extra trigger on that side. It's just incredible the amount of functions I can put in most of my modules for DCS, so that's really amazing. And so yeah, I guess the people at DCS, to celebrate their 15th anniversary, they're having a sale right now, and this is one of the modules I've been thinking about buying, and at the price it is now, I'm probably going to do so. But before I figured I'd buy it, I figured I'd try the 2-week trial. So some of the things I've done today so far is just basically setting up my controls, and started to fly it just a little bit. And so I figured I'd share with you what it looks like with, all my new setup for the HOTAS and controls with the pedals. It's pretty interesting for helicopters. So I'm just going to open up my little mission here that I created. There we go, that's what it is. So it's nothing really big in terms of a mission. I put 2 Mi-24's here. I'm going to take the one that has rockets, and I'll be able to go here where there are some trucks parked there, and then I'll try to shoot a few rockets and the 30mm gun on the helicopter. And so that's kind of thing that we're going to try to do now. So hopefully you enjoy this little stream. So let's go try this big bird. This. first things I want to do. So this zooming function, there's on the base of the stick, there's like a stick that you can use to zoom in and out. Really cool. So I want to check my armament here, and I also want to see, I've mapped a key where I can choose the guns, the rockets with that rotator. So we'll start with the rockets, and then you turn on a few switches, you know. I'm gonna reduce, oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to reduce the brightness here. That one. And that's pretty much what I wanted to do, I think. Yeah. Should be good, and I can tell my guy to get the weapons ready.
Turning on weapons.
Thank you, Petrovich. So just getting used to these pedals and how this thing takes off. So I'm gonna go slowly. I'm gonna zoom out a bit, and it helps to just fly the helicopter. And then we'll head south to where our targets are. Using slow movements because I'm still getting used to the helicopter, but I'm gonna get my gear up. So I heard the sound of the gear coming in. And here towards the south we could probably see, like in the distance there's some smoke. That's where my targets are. So we're gonna go test out the rockets. So let's do this. You can see that there are like a group of trucks there to the right of the smoke. We're gonna try to line them up and then go have fun with rockets. I don't know if you'll see it well on the stream, but on the upper left you can see what my controls are doing. I'm doing fairly slow calculated controls, and that's one of the things I can do now with pedals compared to, let's say, a twist stick. I can hold them in a position and have more precise controls. I'm still learning and getting used to how they work, but it's pretty nice. So let's try that row of trucks here that we're going to line up with. See what we can do with that. As you can see, still learning, but it can be fairly precise. That last truck I lined up mostly with the pedals as near the end as it started moving.
Weapons ready.
Trovich talking to me here. See that because I used too much rudder there, I wasn't like really well lined up. So what I'll do now, just because we're testing stuff, so I'm gonna switch to the 30mm gun, which goes like this. And again, we're gonna try to line up to shoot a few of the remaining trucks. I've had about 5 or 6 flights so far in that helicopter, so if I look like a noob, that's because I am. Let's line these trucks up and shoot that gun. Go. I think I got like a few more on the left side. This thing flies like a big truck, or as some people call it, like the flying tank. Yeah, it feels like you're moving a tank around, but it's still fairly nimble, I gotta say. So we've got this guy. Missed. Didn't get a full hit there either. This one I got. Let's try one of those crazy maneuvers. Of course, this is not an Apache, but yeah, sometimes when I do those crazy things, this is what happens. Just move out like this to get things under control. Guess I was close enough this time. This one just blew up. I have to fight the urge to twist the stick, because this one doesn't have a twist stick. I'm using my pedals to do these rotations with yaw. There we go. I think I got them all. And that was the fun boom boom part. And you gotta go see if you can land this big behemoth afterwards. Just gonna test something also at the same time. I think I had set a key to sort of get the fire control off. Which one was it? So this one turns this. Is it this one that turns? Oh no, I think it's this. Yeah, that's on the base. So I turned the switch here off. That's like a master arm, more or less. But on my throttle base, I set up a button for that. So if I point to this here, you'll see click, click. And so yeah, that's pretty cool. have a little bit of low-level fun. Get close to those trees here. We approach the wall to our base. So I've got this on the throttle base. I have a button where I can get my gear down. So there we go. They're coming down. See what that looks like here. That's the big helicopter I'm flying now. And so we'll try to bring it in smoothly. When I try to do things a little bit too sudden in this helicopter, I find that it wants to start spinning out of control, so I'm trying to go smooth. So you see there's like a mini runway there. We'll try to land on that because it's wide, nice and big, and I'm still not 100% like comfortable with everything. Ooh, okay, it's getting in its spinneroo there thing. Again, that's me getting used to this. And okay, I'll give it more rudder. Eventually it stabilizes. It's like the rudder sometimes doesn't want to go all the way to the right. So this wasn't pretty, but at least I'm on the ground. When you give it a little bit of torque, sometimes weird things happen. You see? I don't think I'm gonna be able to. Let's get it off the ground and try again. So I've done the what not to do. Let's try to see if I can make it look a little bit more professional. Please, kids, don't try this at home. Well, try it on a simulator, not with the real thing. See if it, okay, now it seems to be able to go all the way to the right, so there we go. Wasn't too bad. Wasn't too great, but not too bad. And one of the things that I'm going to really need to get used to is that with a twist stick, It's like you twist it to the right, your nose turns to the right. But with pedals, you have to press the pedal to the right. And it's like my brain thinks I have to twist the pedal angle to the right, which would mean pressing the left pedal. And so I have to reteach my brain how to fly planes and helicopters. But yeah, this is what the Mi-24 cockpit looks like. I've removed the stick and the seat so that I could see the armament panel better, but this is the rear seat of the pilot, and this is the front seat of the gunner, where you have this sight to shoot the missiles, which we're not carrying right now, and all kinds of other cool little things. So yeah, I managed to bring it back home and kill my trucks. I don't think there's anything left. Yeah, I just tried F7 and there's nothing left. So if we look where there was that smoke, there's just probably debris over there. Hopefully you enjoyed that little thing. I'll try to probably make more as I get used to my controls. I haven't mapped the keys to all my planes yet, so we'll try to do that as we get used to the whole equipment. This is game changer. So hopefully you like the little